It is time to get game number 2.
Welcome to welcome to Bethel as we are enjoying game 2 of a doubleheader here against the North Rock Creek Cougars. The Cougars come in 16-4 with an 8-game winning streak as Hasten Connolly, shortstop, starts things off from the batter's box. The Bethel Wildcats, first of all, thank you for the hospitality from Athletic Director Jennifer Lynch welcoming us out here and giving us a very nice setup. I don't know that I've been this close in a long time, and I've really enjoyed the first of 2 games and the experience that you have out here at Wildcat Stadium. Roger Brooks is out in center field. On the mound for Bethel is Paul Villegas. He's throwing to Weston Henry. Over at first base is Zach Jennings. Second base is Maddox Davis. At third base is Zane Anderson. And the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shortstop is Carson Kirkendall. Out in left field, Caden May. Center field, as I said, Roger Brooks. And right field is Gavin Lynch. A little bit short, and the count goes full. As we've seen, you don't want to walk these quick North Rock Creek athletes, as it turns into usually more than just a walk, as bases come in bunches when you have the speed and the athleticism that North Rock Creek possesses. That's going to bring up Maverick Wingo, as Maverick always with the bouncy bat. He works the count, ball 1. Let's see what Coach Keaton Hernandez does here on pitch 2. Usually that runner will be moving about now. He's staying. Wingo watches that one strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful day for baseball. The wind has died down to nil. And the sun at a nice angle here for this early evening first pitch. Inside. That's 2 balls, 1 strike. From Villegas.
Go full.
That's going to be hit in the gap. Well done by Wingo. Lynch comes up to make the play. And Conley moves to second. So the walk is now standing on second base. Wingo with a solid single in the gap, which wouldn't have been there if the walk hadn't been made, actually. Good baseball. Hunter Bertram stepping in. Hunter has shown some power earlier in the day, pounding one over the right field fence for a couple of RBIs. He's got a chance here with 2 speedsters on the bags. He takes a swing strike. That one was probably low and away. Hunter probably liked that one back if he could take it. Good pitch by Villegas as he's throwing hard here early. Coming from the stretch with 2 runners on. Let's see how he handles this. He's having a hard time finding his distance. And I think that's what Coach is going to come out and talk about. Yes, Coach Gary Bandy for the Bethel Wildcats calls everybody in just to calm them down. Of course, when these 2 teams first met, it was a 13-0 victory from the Wildcats. And in all honesty, a lot of that was self-inflicted from Bethel, as there was a lot of gifts given away that came around to hurt the Wildcats, and I'm certain that that's big on Coach Bandy's mind, saying, hey, look, guys, let's play tight and not give anything away. Let's make the plays. And in order for that to happen, you got to give your fielders the opportunity. And already with a walk and a few balls in the dirt short of the plate, Coach Bandy just saying, come on, let's throw strikes. Hunter Bertram takes the next pitch, strike. And I like when Bandy goes to the mound, he gets results. We've noticed that as well. I like that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Villegas checks his runners, and that one's going to be high. Looked like a slider got away from him just a bit. 2-2. That's another short one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's going to be 2-3. They're going across the mound for the out. Runners move up. And 1 out.
All the way to the right.
Now batting number 35, Jason Plum.
That was an intentional play there by Zane Anderson. Didn't think he would have had the help he needed to get that leadoff runner. Maybe he felt stretched at second because it was a short hop. So he took what he knew he could get over at first. 1 out. Runners move up second and third. And Jace Plum goes to the right side. 1 run comes across. That's Connolly. As that's well played. And Wingo moves up to third.
Okay. Hey, Carson, you're going to follow the ball.
Well done over there by first baseman Zach Jennings, as he had a tough hop off the infield, and he was able to navigate it and get the out that he needed. That brings up Landon Rosser. Plum with the RBI.
Oh, I can get battered. You just get the ball once it's hit.
Going to be a little bit high. Those are the ones difficult to stay away from. Rosser does a good job at that. Holds up for the ball. Villegas. There was another good pitch. We almost got a light there.
I'll follow VPI, bro. Come on. I'll get you, bro.
That's fouled just out of play. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Maverick Wingo on third. Landon Rosser working to bring him home. Paul Villegas working to keep him away. High and wide, 2-2 with 2 out. Baseball chatter going on. Another one. Rosser battling. You got to like it at the ballpark. 40 different conversations going on. Everybody enjoying themselves. Some yelling out to the field. That's going to be tough to get. They get him. Nice play there to pick up the final out. I thought maybe Villegas was going to have to play it, but Maddox Davis comes behind him and throws over to Zach Jennings for the third out of the inning. They get out with only giving up one. Nicely done. As you're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Together we're building community one season at a time.
Hello everybody, we are outside of the new local First Med location right here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. So this season, whenever you need your sport physicals, DOT physicals, they are accepting walk-ins 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. So if you get any weekend wounds, laceration, broken bones, or anything like that, stop at your local First Med location rather than going to the emergency room. These lovely ladies will help you out, and they accept most insurances, so you will be accepted here at your local First Med location. So come on in.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
A&S Roofing. Quality roofing built to last. Dedicated to high-quality work, pays attention to the details. So get started on your roofing project today with A&S Commercial and Residential Roofing and Contracting.
Stranded with car trouble? Give Triple R Wrecker a call. Triple R Wrecker and the Ramirez family has been serving greater Pottawatomie County for over 20 years. Triple R Wrecker. Braden Longest, the pitcher for North Rock Creek, as he's going to be throwing today to Panning Sorrow. Up at the plate for the Bethel Wildcats is center fielder Roger Brooks, first hitter of the ball game, as Brooks working it a 1-1 count. Now 2-1. In the first meeting, Bethel had a hard time getting runners and moving them along. They had a runner in every inning except the last, but couldn't get them beyond first. That's in there for a strike. Nice pitch by Longest. Three balls, two strikes. Just off the catcher. And Brooks settles back in. Longest moving quickly. He gets him on the high fastball. And Brooks retired. Good pitch by Longest. That's going to bring up catcher Weston Henry.
Oh yeah, this is my song, man. That's my jam.
First time I believe we saw Weston playing third when we watched Bethel. Behind the plate now. That's going to be ball two. Not sure where that was. Just off the plate. That's hit solid into left center. Should be more than one bag as Drake Clements for the Cougars pulls it in. And Weston Henry gets things started for Bethel with a double. That brings up second baseman Maddox Davis.
Maddox Davis.
First time we saw Bethel Maddox was out in left field. They've moved him to second base as Coach Bandy shuffling things around for a better result. Henry trots back to second. And longest looking at a 1-0 count with his delivery. That's in there for a strike. That's going to be in the hole at second. Should be an out, and it is, as I believe that was Hunter Bertram over there. It was to Jace Plum for the out. Davis moves up the runner by hitting it to that side of the field, and Bethel has a runner on third. That brings up cleanup hitter Zach Jennings. This would be a good time for a hit for Zach. He's playing first. He was a pitcher in the earlier matchup in the field. Zach out in front of that one. One ball, one strike, two outs. That is high, ball two. That's a solid single, and Bethel has a run across. It's bobbled out and left. Jennings with the RBI. He delivers. Has two hits in this first inning. The double by Weston Henry comes up spades as he comes across with the first run for Bethel against these North Rock Creek Cougars this season. Jennings gets off the bag as he may run. Villegas steps in. Paul. That's going to be a slow roller to third. Rosser to Plum for the out, and the Cougars let one across. Bethel coming in after their half of the first tied. 1-1. You're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really, really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
Casterkey Auto Mart, online or in person. Casterkey Auto Mart, they're good people to deal with. Free sports physicals at First Med Urgent Care, April 26th. Walk-ins always welcome. For an appointment, please call 405-759-4300 or scan the QR code. Free sports physicals at First Med Urgent Care.
Welcome back to Bethel High School as the Wildcats hosting the North Rock Creek Cougars, as Drake Clemens stepping in, the center fielder, to face Paul Villegas, the pitcher for Bethel. I don't know that we set that defense in the outfield. Caden May is in left, and that is hit to short over, well, over to Jennings at first. At short is Kirkendall. As clean play, one pitch and one out. And that's what Coach Gary Bandy would like to see.
Carson, do you actually have your headphones
Drake
on now?
set down on the 6-3 put out. That's going to bring up Braden Elson. Braden, the DH today, as that is in the infield, and the air is going to put Elson on, as the Wildcats unable to get that out. And I've said it a few times, but that is what hurt them. And in the first inning, it was a walk that ended up becoming the run. That error early in the inning many times comes back to hurt you. That fouled out of play by Panning Sorrow. Kona catching for the Cougars today. That one bounced, and Elson going to go to second. Wild pitch there. That's what Villegas was saying. So we'll go to Caden May in left field. In right field is Gavin Lynch, and in center is Roger Brooks for the Bethel Wildcats. Behind the plate is Weston Henry. Palisaro nails that one to left field. Caught out there. Nicely done by the left fielder, Caden May, as that was a shot by Panning Sorrow. First base is Zach Jennings. Second, Maddox Davis. Third, Zane Anderson and Carson Kirkendall at short. And that's going to bring to the plate Kaysen Coomer. That's Elson on second. Little bit tight on Coomer for a ball. Kaysen manning right field for the Cougars. First time we saw these two teams play, Kaysen was on the mound. Pitched a shutout. I believe it was 2-hit, maybe 3-hit shutout. Well done by the senior.
Who's winning?
He will take his athletic skills to the next level. 3-year starter on the basketball team.
That's scary, man. It's just being
As same with baseball. He, I believe, has next level offers in both sports. Fine athlete, good young man, Kaysen Coomer. Watches that for the strikeout. Nicely pitched by Paul Villegas. Bethel sets him down, giving up no runs. And you're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Watch live.
I think the respect that she has when she walks in a room can be breathtaking.
Thank you.
She is one of my biggest mentors, and so the fact that she stays in the know, you can ask anyone on any board, anywhere serving in the community, and they know Miss Melissa Dennis. I think that's an amazing accomplishment.
Well, thank you. Thank you. If there is something that we can answer, we can help, you understand what we do better, we are here and willing to help you answer any questions and take you through our day-to-day operations.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
The bees and their keeper can communicate. The beekeeper can hear when they're in distress and helps in turn. This partnership of mutual encouragement is a reflection of the harmony and balance we strive for at St. Gregory's Abbey.
Braden Longest delivers to Gavin Lynch, hustling down to first. And the putout, I believe, that one by Hasten Conley. And that's how I'm going to mark it. 6-3 putout with Carson Kirkendall stepping in, the third baseman for Bethel. The team's tied at 1. And that's going to be inside. Ball 1.
Ryan, look over here.
Longest
Look at
moving quickly out of the windup.
No, I mean over here. Look at Alyssa over here. She's behind you. She's sitting in a chair behind you. Look at her. Alyssa, like, what's his name?
That's going to be back to Longest for the second out of the inning. Zane Anderson, third baseman, steps into the box for the Wildcats here in the second. Zane watches high, ball 1. Fouled back. No balls, I believe. Well, that's hit to third, so it doesn't matter. Rosser over to Plum, 4 out. Number 3, we are through 2. We are tied at 1 here at Bethel Wildcat Stadium. You're watching Oklahoma High School Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community, one season at a time.
I recently had questions about my family's health insurance, so I stopped by and spoke with the insurance guy at the mall. Jim Pierce was friendly, quick, and knowledgeable about my options. Jim answered my questions, and I purchased the best insurance plan I've had in years. I recommend you speak with Jim Pierce, the insurance guy at the mall, about any health insurance questions you or your family members may have. Air Force One Heat and Air Conditioning offers competitive pricing, licensed technicians, and over 25 years of experience. Air Force One is a hometown company. Contact Tim or Terry Muirhead with Air Force One.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support locals. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
First Med Urgent Care offers on-site x-rays and lab, post-injury drug screening, care for lacerations and abrasions, relief from allergies, and so much more. Choose First Med Urgent Care, where your health is our priority.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has a lineman program.
Real life opportunities, real life experience. And that's what we're trying to give them with the 3 instructors. We got about 100 years of experience. They'll be what's called a grunt, a trainee, or they'll be an apprentice 5. And they will know how to do everything here on the ground and up the pole to help them get that job. You'll get out of this training what you put into it.
We are back as Hasten Connolly steps back in for the second time. He has a walk and a run scored, the only run scored so far through 2 for the Cougars. And he's looking at a 2-0 count, trying to get it done again. Good pitch by Villegas, Paul Villegas. Pitching well. I like what Coach Gary Bandy did with his lineup. He really shook it up after their first meeting, in which there were many mistakes and a lot of opponents' runs scored. And his players are responding positively. I always like to see that. Ball 2, strike 2, ball 3, full count. Hasten battling. You learned in the first, you don't want to walk them. Threw a good pitch. Connolly a little better, just kept that alive. Not going away easily. Let's see if Villegas can do it again.
Oh, for real? I ain't looking.
He can, and he does. Gets the strikeout. Nice pitch by Villegas as Paul took a little bit off of that and threw it right down the center. Connolly way in front. Maverick Wingo stepping in. He has a base hit. He was left on third in the first. Maverick takes ball 1 across the eyes.
I bet Evie could play his pitcher. Evie could pitch like that.
Sun going down, probably in the
what are they saying? What are the
left fielder's eyes. That's a strike. Left fielder Caden May already has a really nice play in this game. But then we had another one to that side in which it was a little bit shorter and might have been caught in that sunlight as the error occurred for last inning's runner. That's out to Caden May. Let's see if he can battle it. He does. Makes the catch. Good job by Caden. And that's 2 outs for the Cougars here in the third. And that's going to bring up Hunter Bertram. As Hunter
put some points on the board, guys.
Hit a shot to the shortstop.
I want to see
his first time up. Move the runners along. In fact, as I recall, that was not to the shortstop, that was to third base. On a play by Zane Anderson. So, but that was a few innings ago. Bertram looking at an 0-2 count. Takes ball 1. He protects the plate well. Doesn't mind falling behind. He looks for his pitch. We've seen him spank one out of this park.
R&L
over the right field fence. On a count just like this. He was battling back, got it back to 2-2, maybe 3-2, but found the one he wanted. He had fouled off a number of them. Drilled it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And it's hit to the second baseman. Over to first, 1-2-3 inning on the nice play by Maddox Davis, getting it to Zach Jennings. And North Rock Creek side retired. 1-2-3. Bethel coming up in the bottom half of the third. You're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Watch live.
We are outside of the new local First Med location right here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. So this season, whenever you need your sport physicals, DOT physicals, they are accepting walk-ins 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. So if you get any weekend wounds, laceration, broken bones, or anything like that, stop at your local First Med location rather than going to the emergency room. These lovely ladies will help you out, and they accept most insurances, so you will be accepted here at your local First Med location. So come on in.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
Back to Bethel Wildcat Stadium. Braden Longest on the mound for the North Rock Creek Cougars visiting today. And at the plate for the Bethel Wildcats is the DH, Zarek Beasley. And that's going to be popped up. I'm thinking Conley gets that one. He does. Shortstop with the catch. And Beasley retired for the first out of the inning. And we go back up to the top of the order. Roger Brooks. Roger, 0 for 1 so far today in this one. As he comes up to face Longest for the second time.
Ryan Nathaniel Lee Jr. could hit a homer.
Pelisario wants to talk it over with Braden, make sure that their signals are correct. And Fanning Sorrow trots back. Longest ready. And that one's going to be probably high and wide.
Oh, yeah.
2 balls, no strikes.
Like watching in real life. You know the quality? 720p.
That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Brooks watching that one go by. That bends away. 3-1. And the count goes full. Brooks had his pitch. He wants another one like that. You can see it. That's outside. He takes a walk. He'll handle that bag given to him. He goes to first, and that's going to bring up catcher Weston Henry. As Henry with a double and a run scored in the first. I'd like to repeat that here and bring Brooks across. Let's see if they send Brooks. He's going to take that first pitch outside, and this is where you would think he may run.
Is that Jackson?
Longest with a quick delivery. That's a hard one to steal on. No leg kick. 2 balls, no strikes. Quick to the plate. Brooks stays. Ball 3. Brooks goes as it gets by Panning Sorrow. And base hit. Means a play at the plate. That's high. Longest with a couple of walks given up here. And we're going to get a visit from Coach as Keaton Hernandez steps out there. And again, in situations like this early in the game, he's saying, look, settle down and throw strikes. Let these guys behind you get the outs. And Braden knows that, as he's a senior. He's played with Coach Hernandez since Coach Hernandez was an assistant coach under Chad Brooking his freshman year. And he is saying to his teammates, yep, let's just get it done. Maddox Davis, the second baseman, steps in to try to get some of these runners home for Bethel. That's going to be a slow roller. And there was a balk called. So the runners move up. You got to stop at the rubber. Outside, ball 1.
Battle back, Brady. Battle back.
Ball 2. Runners at second and third now for Maddox. Two and 1 with 1 out. Must have been inside. So Braden has walked him loaded. And no movement yet from the North Rock Creek dugout. Let's see if we'll have them. We're going to have a conversation about something. And Jennings comes out. I'm not sure if they're talking balls and strikes, but they were asking about inside, outside. So I'm not privy to a lot of those conversations, but very rarely is it a question about balls and strikes. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. On that corner to Zach Jennings. Zach at first base today. He had a solid single in first with an RBI. That's going to be the second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good shot of Braden Longest there. And that's going to be to the shortstop. Run will score. Jennings beats it out as he's fast down the line, but also a nice heavy slide by Maddox Davis taking out that pivot. And Jennings with his second RBI on the fielder's choice. He reaches the out called at second, and Weston Henry moves down to third. They're going to try to hold Jennings there. A little bit different over there with 2 outs on the first and third. And Jennings is going to go. That ball gets behind him. And runners back at second and third. Hernandez going to step out. And I think we're going to have a pitching change. We shall see, as Weston Henry at third for Bethel, Zach Jennings at second. Braden Longest on the mound here, struggling a bit with the 3 walks. A lot of options. They're going to make a change. We'll take a break. You're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV.
A&S Roofing. Quality roofing built to last. Dedicated to high-quality work, pays attention to the details. So get started on your roofing project today with A&S Commercial and Residential Roofing and Contracting.
She is willing to sit down, whether it be city, tribe, whoever, and she has worked out several grants, and she has accomplished road building. She's very grant knowledgeable, so the county has acquired some money just within her tenure that I wouldn't have known about, so there's a lot of grant opportunities out there.
To be, the first 2 females in state history to serve simultaneously in the same county, what a blessing and honor it is. Most people know that this is something that I've wanted to do since I was a little girl, and I am just so thankful for this opportunity, especially with Commissioner Dennis.
Stranded with car trouble? Give Triple R Wrecker a call. Triple R Wrecker and the Ramirez family has been serving greater Pottawatomie County for over 20 years. Triple R Wrecker.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really, really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
Landon Kilo steps on the mound for Coach Keaton Hernandez and the North Rock Creek Wildcats, as Bethel up 2-1 here.
Ryan looks like a goober.
I believe we're going to see Paul Villegas step in. We are. And Panning Sorrow making sure they're on the same page with their signs. The count to Villegas is 1 ball, no strikes. There are 2 outs. Force not in play. Base hit very well could bring in 2 for Villegas, helping his cause. As we have runners Zach Jennings and Weston Henry on second and third. That's going to be right back to Kilo to first. And 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what was needed. North Rock Creek trails Bethel. We're at the end of 3, 2-1.
It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
Castor Key Auto Mart. Online or in person. Castor Key Auto Mart. They're good people to deal with.
Free sports physicals at First Med Urgent Care, April 26th. Walk-ins always welcome. For an appointment, please call 405-759-4300 or scan the QR code. Free sports physicals at First Med Urgent Care.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
The bees and their keeper can communicate. The beekeeper can hear when they're in distress and helps in turn. This partnership of mutual encouragement is a reflection of the harmony and balance we strive for at St. Gregory's Abbey.
Air Force One Heat and Air Conditioning offers competitive pricing, licensed technicians, and over 25 years of experience. Air Force One is a hometown company. Contact Tim or Terry Muirhead with Air Force One.
Jace Plum settles in as he faces Paul Villegas. Ball 1. Tight game here in the 4th, and Plum with his first hit. Jace out to right field for the base hit. And that leadoff is on. Landon Rosser steps in. Rosser right to second, and the play by Maddox to first, just a little bit late as Plum able to get back. And Rosser retired, brings up Drake Clemens. Plum, you wouldn't think is running, but you never know. With Coach Hernandez, he likes to be active on the bases, and Jace, a fine athlete, multi-sport athlete. You might want to test that arm behind the plate of Weston Henry. That's going to be hit out to left center, and a very good catch by Brooks out there that takes that base hit from Drake. So 2 outs on the good play. And that brings up Braden Eltson. Braden, of course, catcher normally for the Cougars, but in this doubleheader, he caught the first. He's going to DH here in the second game. And that's a strike. Good pitch by Villegas. Strike 1. And that's fouled out of play.
Oh, that was close.
0-2.
Evie, where'd you park at? Probably in the parking lot.
Good stop back there by Henry as he kept that in front of him. Didn't give the base up to Plum, which is important here, protecting a 1-run lead for the home team. Not sure what that was. That was not called a strike. Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see if the next one gets called. Not sure where it was. Just know it wasn't a strike. That's up the middle. And the out made on the good play at short by Carson Kirkendall. Cougars are retired. We are through 3.5. You're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Watch live.
I recently had questions about my family's health insurance, so I stopped by and spoke with the insurance guy at the mall. Jim Pierce was friendly, quick, and knowledgeable about my options. Jim answered my questions, and I purchased the best insurance plan I've had in years. I recommend you speak with Jim Pierce, the insurance guy at the mall, about any health insurance questions you or your family members may have.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support locals. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
First Med Urgent Care offers on-site x-rays and lab, post-injury drug screening, care for lacerations and abrasions, relief from allergies, and so much more. Choose First Med Urgent Care, where your health is our priority.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has a lineman program.
Real life opportunities, real life experience. And that's what we're trying to give them with the 3 instructors. We got about 100 years of experience. They'll be what's called a grunt, a trainee, or they'll be an apprentice 5. And they will know how to do everything here on the ground and up the pole to help them get that job. You'll get out of this training what you put into it.
Time I've heard him just say that, I'm done.
We are back at Bethel High School, home of the Bethel Wildcats, as they host the visiting North Rock Creek Cougars. Landon Kilo on the mound for the Cougars in relief, as our score 2-1 with Bethel coming up here in their bottom half of the 4th. And looking at a 2-ball, no strike count.
That's 5-6.
Is Lynch. That's in there for a strike. And Landon throwing hard. They're finding a hard time to catch up with it. Having a hard time catching up with it.
Ryan, look in the distance.
It's going to be a strike. First strikeout for Kilo. He has retired the first 2 batters that he has faced. Getting out of a jam with 2 on in the 3rd. Runners on 2nd and 3rd when he entered. He got the out. And he's hustling over to get that one as well.
Coming up the bat, number 18, Zane Anderson.
Jace Plum with a good stop at first on the 3-1 putout. Kilo doing what he needed to get over there. 2 outs, and Zane Anderson, the 3rd baseman, steps in. That's going to be Jace Plum for the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3, easy inning for Kilo. Bethel leads 2-1. We are through 4. You're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Together we're building community one season at a time.
outside of the new local First Med location right here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. So this season, whenever you need your sport physicals, DOT physicals, they are accepting walk-ins 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. So if you get any weekend wounds, laceration, broken bones, or anything like that, stop at your local First Med location rather than going to the emergency room. These lovely ladies will help you out, and they accept most insurances, so you will be accepted here at your local First Med location. So come on in.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
Back at Bethel Wildcat Stadium, home of the state champions of baseball for 3A in 2007 and 2010. The Wildcats up here through 2-1 against the North Rock Creek Cougars. And Panning Sorrow steps into the box. On the mound is Paul Villegas for the Wildcats. He's pitching to Henry behind the plate. It's in there for strike two. As tightly contested here at Wildcat Stadium. You always like good baseball, especially on nights like this. Good pitch as he pulled that on a string as the batter was fooled. And one out with the strikeout. Kason Coomer, right fielder, stepping in. See what he can do against Villegas. Villegas with 3 strikeouts so far. And Coomer nails that to center field. Caught by Brooks as he makes a running catch. Nicely done by Roger Brooks. Can I see that replay? Let's try that. That was a nice catch out there by Roger. I want to actually check out our camera work too, as he's making that run. Very nicely done. Good job. Like to see it. 2 outs, and the top of the order comes back for the Cougars. Hasten Connolly got things started with a run in the first. He walked, came all the way around, and there it is to left center, and not sure if they're going to get to it. They're not, as I think both of them wanted to see the other one get it. I'm not sure that the left fielder could actually see it. He was kind of tracking the center fielder and looking for the ball. May out there has had a couple of very nice plays already, and I just don't think that he could see that ball. He didn't see it off the bat. He was still searching for it. You could tell in this light, and I'm thinking they're looking right into the sun out there. Good hit, though, by Hasten Connolly. If you're going to hit it, that's where you want to hit it. And he's on second, and that is going to center field. Brooks with the out as Wingo gets all of that just too deep in center field. We are through 4.5. The Bethel Wildcats lead the North Rock Creek Cougars 2-1. We'll be back.
A&S Roofing. Quality roofing built to last. Dedicated to high quality work, pays attention to the details. So get started on your roofing project today with A&S Commercial and Residential Roofing and Contracting. Stranded with car trouble? Give Triple R Wrecker a call. Triple R Wrecker and the Ramirez family has been serving Greater Pottawatomie County for over 20 years. Triple R Wrecker.
She is willing to sit down, whether it be city, tribe, whoever, and she has worked out several grants, and she has accomplished road building She's very grant knowledgeable, so the county has acquired some money just within her tenure that I wouldn't have known about, so there's a lot of grant opportunities out there.
To be, the first 2 females in state history to serve simultaneously in the same county, what a blessing and honor it is. Most people know that this is something that I've wanted to do since I was a little girl, and I am just so thankful for this opportunity, especially with Commissioner Dennis.
One back.
Landon Kilo with the first pitch ball, as it was a dinger. I think it hit Panning Sorrow and Blue before jumping back out onto the playing field. He got it all with that pitch, except a strike, but he's been good since coming in relief. He has put down every batter he's faced. As Landon. And he faces Zarek Beasley now. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Zarek, the DH, in the 9 spot. Saw him play a little bit of right field in game 1. And he's not catching up to the Kilo fastball. Kilo blows it by the strikeout. That's his second strikeout, facing 5 batters. And next up is Roger Brooks. Roger with a couple of defensive gems in the top half of this inning, and he steps in. A lot of times your defense motivates that offense. Let's see if that's the case here with Brooks. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. And Bethel needs more runners. Ball 1. Ball 2. That's in there for a strike. They can't catch up to Kilo's fastball. That's 2-2. When he just rears back and throws it, it's just too fast. It's in the mitt. Another strikeout for Kilo. He's figuring that out. And Weston Henry comes up. Weston, if he can't catch up to it, he or Jennings, then I don't know that any of them can. Well, he was right on that. Hustling, but hasten. Great play by Connolly. Puts him down. And the Cougars go 1-2-3 as they're coming up in the 6th. You're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really, really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic Good Time at our Shawnee Sonic.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
Casterkey Auto Mart, online or in person. Casterkey Auto Mart, they're good people to deal with. Free sports physicals at First Med Urgent Care, April 26th. Walk-ins always welcome. For an appointment, please call 405-759-4300 or scan the QR code. Free sports physicals at First Med Urgent Care.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
The bees and their keeper can communicate. The beekeeper can hear when they're in distress and helps in turn. This partnership of mutual encouragement is a reflection of the harmony and balance we strive for at St. Gregory's Abbey.
Great play to end that inning. That's the pitch a few times, but let's see if we can pull that play up. I want to show off Hasten Connolly a little bit as
leading off for the Cougars, number 20. Hunter Bertrand.
I'm being told you might have seen it. There it is. Slow roller to Connolly, and Connolly picks that up and gets it over to Jace in time for the out. I just wanted to emphasize that's not an easy play for a shortstop. He was deep in the hole, and that was a really slow roller. And just a speedy guy in Henry going down the line, and Connolly made that look easy, the sophomore, really with a great play to end that inning. And that's the backup that pitchers need. Kilo, been perfect since coming in. 7 batters faced, 7 outs. Here we have Paul Villegas also pitching a gem of a game, giving up only 3 hits so far through 5 innings. He's got a 2-1 count. And Hunter Bertram is going to pop it up. Should be Maddox at second base. He gets the catch. And the first out of the inning, Maddox Davis with the unassisted put out. And that's going to be out number 1.
Number 35,
Jace Plum stepping in as he steps in with 1 out. Last time up, he did get a base hit. Ended up being stranded at first. But Villegas delivers ball 1. Ball 2. I'm thinking Blue must have seen it low. That's in there for a strike. Yeah, you don't want to give anything up to Jace Plum. He's definitely got the power to put it out. And Coach is going to come out and talk to him for a second. We're going to take a break. While this happens, we'll be back.
I recently had questions about my family's health insurance, so I stopped by and spoke with the insurance guy at the mall. Jim Pierce was friendly, quick, and knowledgeable about my options. Jim answered my questions, and I purchased the best insurance plan I've had in years. I recommend you speak with Jim Pierce, the insurance guy at the mall, about any health insurance questions you or your family members may have. Air Force One Heat and Air Conditioning offers competitive pricing, licensed technicians, and over 25 years of experience. Air Force One is a hometown company. Contact Tim or Terry Muirhead with Air Force One.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Paul Villegas pitching to Jace Plum. Coach Bandy coming in and just saying, come on, Paul, let's keep throwing strikes, man. Doing good things. As they also might have been checking on signs, too. Coach Bandy sends the signs in to Henry, who relays them out to Villegas. That's fouled away as Plum keeping in. Battling. That's what this is called. Good hitter, good pitcher. Baseball happening in front of us. Jace liking that one. Wants another one just like it. One swing could tie this up. And he gets him with the fastball. It's a great pitch by Paul Villegas. There he is. You like to see that, man. Throwing strikes. There was a battle on. He rears back and fires it. Landon Rosser going to step in, the third baseman. Landon 0 for 2 in this game. Going to take that one high, ball 1. The shadow's long. Beautiful night here in Bethel. And that's going to be bounded to the first base line. Foul off of the plate. So the count 1-1.
Sigma boy. Oh, Lord.
Stop. He's gonna molest you.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
What are you doing? Press that button. No, don't press anything. I'll beat you.
Hey, if you're gonna have to beat her, you're gonna have to molest me first.
Bet. You act like that's a problem.
That's high. Villegas does not want to put a runner on. And Rosser battles. It's good hitting when you foul away, waiting for your pitch. Count is full. Villegas in the dirt. And the tying run walks to first in the 6th inning.
Batting number 13, Drake Clemens.
That brings up Drake Clemens, always dangerous. Drake, with his speed and his bat control, pose problems. He's a classic leadoff hitter batting in the 6th spot. And big players in big moments create big things. Let's see what Drake can do here, the sophomore. Center field. Goes to left center. And he's going to score the tying run. Nope, they keep him at third. They hold up Rosser at third. As Clemens with the double. I'm surprised they held him. That's going to bring up Braden Elson, and that's one of the reasons why they held him, is they trust Braden at the plate. And 2 on now, that's the winning run, standing on second, or the go-ahead run, I should say, standing on second. No winning about it yet. Bethel still with a couple innings to go. North Rock Creek getting things started with a 2-out walk. Villegas goes 2-0. Talking to himself, talking himself down. Let's see if he can put this one across. He can. That's a good pitch on that outside corner. He's going to need a couple more of those. As Elson probably sitting on a fastball. Good block there by Henry. They keep it away. They might be playing Elson to create that force. Don't want to give him something he can pound. Like that.
Oh, what a hit.
And the catch made. Very well done by Villegas, trusting his defense, and they come through. Nice play there by the shortstop, coming across the field again, Zane Anderson. The end of that inning, both sides had fun plays by the shortstop. We are halfway through 6th. Bethel leads 2-1.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support local. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
First Med Urgent Care offers on-site x-rays and lab, post-injury drug screening, care for lacerations and abrasions, relief from allergies, and so much more. Choose First Med Urgent Care, where your health is our priority.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has a lineman program.
Real life opportunities, real life experience. And that's what we're trying to give them with the 3 instructors. We got about 100 years of experience. They'll be what's called a grunt, a trainee, or they'll be an apprentice 5. And they will know how to do everything here on the ground and up the pole to help them get that job. You'll get out of this training what you put into it.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
Maddox Davis, second baseman, starting things off here for Bethel as Landon Kilo back on the mound after retiring 7 straight since entering the ball game. Bethel up 2-1 with 2 hits against Cougar pitching. And Landon, 2 balls. That's happened the last few batters, and then he just starts firing fastball strikes.
Someone's a sleepy little baby.
Davis tries to get the bunt. Strike 2. Jennings on deck. Strikeout by Kilo. And that's how he has been throwing. That's going to bring up Zach Jennings, first baseman. And if Kilo can blow it by Jennings, he can blow it by this whole lineup, as he's showing. That's in there for a strike. Took something off of that to get that first pitch strike. That's the fastball. And Bethel just can't catch up to his fastball. Yep, he's firing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 strikeouts of the 1, 7, 5 strikeouts of the 10 batters faced. 10 straight sat down. Nine. 5 strikeouts, 9 batters faced, 9 straight sat down. 1 ball, 1 strike to Villegas. Pitcher on pitcher here. Villegas waiting. Kilo delivering a curveball strike on the inside corner. That's outside. Gotta like it. Good energy. That is popped out of play as Villegas definitely caught up with that pitch. Not sure that was the fastball. That is strike 3. Retired the side strike with strikeouts. That's Landon Kilo doing his job. Bethel coming up, going into the field to protect a 1-run lead for the ball game. The Cougars need a run to stay in it. You're watching Shawnee Area Baseball on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time.
Hi, welcome in. Let's go see Jim.
Hello everybody, we are outside of the new local First Med location right here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. So this season, whenever you need your sport physicals, DOT physicals, they are accepting walk-ins 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. So if you get any weekend wounds, laceration, broken bones, or anything like that, stop at your local First Med location rather than going to the emergency room. These lovely ladies will help you out, and they accept most insurances, so you will be accepted here at your local First Med location. So come on in.
Paul Villegas on the mound to go for a complete game. If he can make it, he's got 3 tough outs to make. We are in the 7th inning. He is protecting a 1-run lead. This is high school baseball, and this is why we watch right here. Ball 1 is that one's at the eyes of Kona Panning Sorrow, the catcher for the Cougars in tonight's contest. That was a nice little pitch. Movement on it. Panning Sorrow got a bit of it. Strike 1. Lights have come on in the Bethel Stadium. Wow, that's a good-looking pitch. Set up outside is Henry. Panning Sorrow gets a lot of that, going to Brooks in center field. And that young man, aside from Villegas, has been the player of the game out there. As Roger Brooks chasing down another one. Can we back that up a little bit on that replay? Look at that. I mean, he's covering a lot of ground out there, as that's a big center field for Roger Brooks, and he knows it well. That's out number 1. Kason Coomer steps in. He flew out to Brooks the last time up. He's standing 0 for 2.
I said, which one is it, big boy? Are we in or out?
Good pitch. 2 strikes. Kason in the 9 hole in this outing, which means the top of the order coming up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's to first base. And they're going to take it himself is Jennings for out number 2. As Zach Jennings, unassisted, makes a nice play over there. And that's going to bring up the top of the order with 2 outs, with North Rock Creek trailing by 1. And Paul going for a complete game. Paul Villegas battling for a last out. First pitch strike. As we saw Paul in a bind in the last inning, and he came away, talked to himself for a second, and man, he has been on fire since then. That's really interesting. Strike two. It's a beautiful picture of baseball with the moon coming out. It's just a nice night. That's going to be a ball. One ball, two strikes.
Four up.
Hit to the first baseman. Jennings with a great play to Villegas for the out. And Villegas, how fitting is that? As he pitches a complete game, giving up 4 hits and just 1 run. Well done by the Bethel Wildcats, as he and the center fielder, Roger Brooks, really having great games. Brooks coming in with a run scored off a walk, and Weston Henry with a double and a run scored provide the runs, as Zach Jennings with 2 RBIs makes it happen. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, this is why we do it. What a wonderful game between these two Shawnee area squads. For ShawneeCTV crew, Gavin Cooper and the rest of them, Carson Wingo's out there, Grayson Sharma, probably some others. We say thank you for watching and thank you for supporting high school athletics in our area. From ShawneeCTV, remember, all of us together, we're building community one season at a time. Good night, everybody.